I play Max Lawson, who's basically, he's like a young sort of political upstart, I suppose, who, is kind of very technically gifted and minded. He's great at kind of breaking codes and sort of hacking computers, that kind of thing. And he gets headhunted for a job at the White House. And that's kind of where you start the film and start his story, as his first day on the job at the White House. Gerard Butler plays my brother Jake, who's my older, kind of more irresponsible brother. And quite quickly you sort of learn that there's some animosity between the two of them, and that they haven't really had an easy sail through their relationship. There's been some sort of family issues. So it's very hard for my character to approach his brother and to make him kind of join teams with him, and for them to sort of collaborate on something that eventually becomes incredibly important. A geostorm is when the science of geoengineering is manipulated to create weather disasters rather than prevent them. It's a kind of giant man-made global storm. So yeah, it's basically using the science of geoengineering for its reverse effect, which is to sort of prevent and maintain the kind of weather for the benefit of good, but once it gets put into the hands of evil, it can become a pretty lethal weapon. I was really fortunate enough to work with Ed Harris, who I'd worked with before, so that was great to sort of pick up a relationship that we'd left, from the other movie. We became very good friends with a film I made a few years back. So that was one of the few experiences I've had where you've actually worked with the same actor twice, and it was great to do it with Ed, who's a friend, and also the two characters that we play have some history, so it's nice. We don't just meet in the film, we already know there's a relationship there already, so it was, nice to sort of build on that. Dean's great, he's the writer, director and producer, so you're really living in his world, He knows exactly, he's the master of the world that he's created, so you feel very safe kind of in his hands. And you have to, because, he's really trying to navigate you through a film that has nuances of comedy and, it's fun and it's upbeat, but then it can be very sort of personal and very emotional. It's action-packed. He's got to deal with all the special effects while sort of focusing on the acting and making sure that doesn't just get swallowed by these giant sequences that kind of happen in the film. And he seems to be really kind of on top of all of that. He really knows how to make a film of this kind of scale that is this fun and entertaining.